Hi, welcome to Maya's world. I just want to chat shit today. Usually I have like a structure, but I don't. And I just want to talk about some stuff that's been on my mind. Some updates with me is I am currently in London, England, and child, when I was in Atlanta 2 months ago, I remember people were talking about how like the UK was handling coronavirus better. Like I remember I have friends who are in London or in England, and they were just chatting shit about Americans, like, oh, ha ha ha, y'all can't quarantine, so that's why y'all have a second wave of corona. Which, to be completely honest, I actually don't like jokes like that, because I feel like coronavirus is like affecting Black people the most. So when you guys be like joking about how Americans are like not doing coronavirus well and getting and dying, I don't find it funny. But you know what I mean? I was like, okay, maybe in England they're doing it better than what we're doing. Come to England, you know, I'm like, okay, let's get it poppin'. Like, maybe things are rolling better here. No one's wearing masks. Motherfuckers are out here coughing in your face, no distance. I'm wearing a mask all the time, and like somehow I'm like, I guess these people are doing it better, but like most people are not wearing masks and it's mad gross. So I was like, okay, it's a bit weird. And people was really partying out here. Like people was really like throwing events and partying and stuff. And for the most part, I've been staying in because I am someone who is high risk. So I'm like, I'm not gonna put myself at, like, why? No, I'm not gonna do anything to me or to someone else. And then these motherfuckers going to lockdown, and I just feel like I'm just jumping from lockdown to lockdown, and it is so hard for me as a creative right now to think of how to make a living. Like, I'm like, this is very difficult. It is very, very difficult, and it is very stressful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the no social aspect isn't actually as hard for me, because, you know, I'm really, really a homebody. Like Corona times taught me how much of a homebody I really am, because, you know, child, I'm like really at home, like alone all the time, and I'm super cool with that. So that part isn't the hardest, but I just think I am such an introvert because I do such extroverted work. Like I do stand up, or I do hosting, or I go out. Like I kind of have bursts of talking to people, and then I can retreat for a while. So that lack of a burst, that lack of a creative outlet, that lack of being able to express myself in this way, like I genuinely, you know, one thing I keep telling myself is I've been here before. You know what I mean? Because I'm over here, like, I really don't see any, like, I can't, at this moment, I'm not able to fathom what work I'm gonna do in the future to make money for myself. And that makes me very nervous. But I also know I've been here before. I remember I made a video in 2016 called I Don't Know What I'm Doing With My Life. And I remember I felt so much anxiety, like not knowing. And so I have to remind myself that even though I don't know, I am blessed. And I am also creative. So it will come to me, but I'm just trying to like keep my head. So it is really hard right now, like with the anxiety of the second lockdown here in the UK, and just like, you know, really trying to conceptualize what does it mean to work in a time, how does one make money in a time like now as an independent person? Like that is something that I really like I'm trying to think about. Do you want to join my Patreon though? You know what I'm saying? She got a pub. That's one thing I try not to be like, I try to be very selfless about when it comes to making content on here. Is like, I just know how much I pour into making videos on a weekly basis, editing it, doing closed captions. Like that's one thing I'm not gonna let anyone shame me for doing, is shame me for being like, yo, if you like my stuff, pay money for it, because every other profession can do that. So I have to always remind myself, because sometimes I be getting insecure, and then I'd be like, no, bitch, pop your shit. So, bam, Patreon, bam, Cash App, bam, Venmo. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping I'm gonna put the things in the bottom. But if you want to support, because at this time, I really do not know how my future is gonna go. But I just know I believe in the power of community, and I believe in the power of just, you know what I'm saying? Let go, let God, like sort some, you know, I mean, my ancestors are with me at all times, so they gonna sort me. The election days in a couple days, chaotic. The whole, it's chaotic. But I want to talk about something that's really been on my mind lately, because I'm just like, yo, with this economy right now, like, are we still like wearing bras in 2020? Are we still shaving in 2020? Are we still shaming people for what option they want to do in 2020? Like, I've made videos about how I don't shave, and I've made videos about how I don't wear no bras. But I'm like, are we still like thinking that's radical in 2020? Or about to be 2021? Because child, like what I'm saying to you, if there has ever been a sign from God to let go of that bra because you got nowhere to go, this is the time. Do you not know how free your titties feel without being just restricted, you know? And I really be thinking about bras, because the thing I think is fascinating about bras is like how much the aesthetic of bras has changed with generations. Like I remember I saw those bras that they used to wear. I just realized it looks like I don't have a shirt on, but I do. But I remember those bras that people used to wear in the 1920s that was like very cone-like, and like that was a thing. And then I remember like, I feel like bras now are very padded because, I don't know, like people are afraid of the nipple. Why are we scared of nipples? What has a nipple ever done to you? Why do people feel so reactive to seeing nipples? You know what I mean? If there's anything like that I feel in my heart is like, I will not carry this body with shame. There has been too much shame put on my body for me to take that on and live my life with it. My life is too hard to carry your shame on me. And when I tell you, I don't be wearing no bras because I just don't really want to feel restricted, but I also know that in society, people are afraid of nipples. People are uncomfortable and aroused by nipples. People act like they can't think straight. People want to be in my DMs like, oh my God, boys can't control how they act when they see titties. I can control how I act when I see titties, so why can't they control how they act when they see titties? I'm not giving excuses to people no more. If you don't have the self-restraint and the respect of a human to not be disrespectful, it don't matter what I have on, child. And that's something that I always say and I always know is like, if your respect for me is determined by what I wear, you never had respect for me in the first place. And what I look like trying to fucking navigate my life on someone who would never really respect me. And let's say they respect somebody like me, like let's say I dress in a way that people find respectable, but they're disrespecting a sister of mine or someone, another person who has on less. I don't want to be with people like that in my life. And to me, it is very radical and very punk and very honest to just actually not feel fear of what someone's gonna think about me because I have my nipples, because they can see my nipples. I'm sorry that my shit be pointing and beautiful. I'm sorry that you feel the need to sexualize me because you can't listen to the things I'm saying and see me as a whole person that yes, I can have a sexuality, yes, I can be sexy, and I can have a mind. Like if you can't wrap your head around a holistic person, that's got nothing to do with me. And on the topic of shaving, if being quarantined ain't encourage you to let that motherfucker grow wherever, grow here, grow here, grow here, down there, I don't know what will. I just feel like be comfortable in you, you know, and be comfortable with what makes you happy. Like if you shave your coochie, and you feel happy with that, be blessed. Keep shaving your coochie. But if you don't want to shave your coochie, and someone's over here saying to you, oh, I don't find girls, or I don't find people who have pubic hair attractive, then you never found that person attractive in the first place. If hair suddenly turns you off of someone, like out of my mind, my fucking humor, my intelligence, my relationship to people, just the way I carry myself is the hair, that's the thing that puts you off. Ew. And for you weird ass men who be in my comment section sexualizing people who have pubic hair, sexualizing, be like, I love hairy pussy. fuck y'all too, because that shit is fucking weird, yo. Like, why are we doing this? Like, let someone just be. Yes, I have hair. Yes, I can be sexy. No, it is not for you. I guess that's the point of what I'm trying to say. This ain't for you. It's for me, because my body belongs to me. And that shit is motherfucking radical. We really need to embrace like what it means to be radical. Like, radical just means that like I'm not living for you. Radical means that I'm living for me. I'm doing things that make my body feel good. Like, I'm not gonna limit myself because you can't handle yourself. And child, I'm not shaving. I'm never gonna do it. I remember getting in so many fights with my mom, and she was saying to me like, oh yeah, it's not attractive and it's ugly and to you. And I see a lot of things I don't like, and you don't see me judging it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people just need to learn how to, there's nothing more scary than someone who really loves themselves. And I know when I said that the sun just came, let me move myself, am I in? Ain't nothing scarier to people than somebody who loves themselves. So that's where I'm at. And no, we ain't shaving over here. We ain't wearing bras over here. And take your little weird ass comments on sexualizing motherfuckers who don't be wearing that off my fucking page. Because my page is for people who want to embrace what they have, regardless of what they have. And I hear people say, oh, I can't do that because too many people are going to stare at me. You gotta make a choice. You know what I'm saying? If you, I just learned that like as someone who gets stared at a lot, not even for not wearing a bra, but just because of because I'm 6 feet tall, because I have hair like this, because I don't know, whatever, like whatever the thing is, I just don't want to, I think if I got to the end of my life and I realized I lived my life because I didn't want people to stare at me. And I do get that sometimes staring can be very intense. Like even sometimes I cover my hair because it's a very intense energy to always get. So it's on you. But when it comes to big decisions of myself and when it comes to centering pleasure, I've just learned with all the stuff that I've been through, with coming to terms with my sexuality, coming to terms with myself, coming to terms with my politics, center your own pleasure, because that's the most radical shit you can do. And you will be a happier person when you do that. So that's all I have to say. And we ain't wearing bras in 2020. We ain't shaving in 2020. Let that shit go, y'all. Or, you know, decide what works for you. I'm here for both. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. Cheers.